Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the Talk All Things podcast. In this edition, in this episode, we are speaking about Julius Malema, the EFF. Wow, Julius Malema came out absolutely guns blazing after they initially had a press conference where Floyd Shivambu had announced to the general public that he's leaving the EFF to join the MKP party. And from there on, we saw in that press conference at the Winnie Madikizela house in Johannesburg, EFF head office, a lot of people were surprised that Julius Malema was actually calm, and the way he responded after Floyd Shivambu had taken a posture of saying that he's leaving the EFF, and Malema was so calm, and he said, "No, we'll forever be brothers." And then we won't probably speak ill of each other. Even Floyd Shivambu in his statement said, "I would like to urge the organization not to politically assassinate my character." And people were saying, they had departed in a mutual and respectful manner, and a lot of people, they were surprised that how come Julius Malema was. But if you can check Julius Malema, I think probably the way he was so calm in that press conference is that he was probably shocked, and he was probably digesting what had occurred in his deputy president, his long-term friend, Floyd Shivambu, leaving the EFF. And of course, there was no way that he could come out guns blazing in a press conference set up, because when it's a press conference, there's cameras and there's a certain way that you need to deal with the media. But come fast forward, it was on a Monday or Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, at the Orlando Soweto EFF held their caucus. They held their meeting with its members, ground forces in Orlando, in Soweto, and that's when Julius Malema officially was responding or officially addressing the EFF supporters or the EFF followers. And this is what, ladies and gentlemen, Malema highlighted, or that's what we grasped in what Comrade Malema was saying or responding to the media and to Floyd Shivambu. Point number one, what the CiC said in that meeting, or in that caucus meeting. He says Floyd betrayed the organization for personal reasons, quote unquote. He said members. He didn't specifically say Floyd in terms of the name, but he said there are members who are betraying the organization for personal reasons or personal ambitions. So could it be that Floyd has betrayed the EFF because probably he has been promised a particular position there by the MKP party? Because there's no way that Floyd Shivambu can just dish the EFF just to be an honorary member that side. So what Malema was saying is that this guy is dishing the movement that we co-founded together. This guy is dishing a movement that we had a vision for. So he's saying he is abandoning the movement for personal reasons or personal gains. Could it be that Floyd Shivambu, ladies and gentlemen, is promised by President Zuma that in the near future, probably he will ascend and take the presidency there by MKP, considering the fact that Zuma himself can't obviously be present in parliament, and age is not in his side. So could it be that Floyd Shivambu has been promised a lucrative deal by the MKP party? Just quickly give us your comments. Quickly give us what you think on the comment section. Let us engage, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2, what the CiC said by that EFF meeting: everything that looks like the deputy president must be dissolved. He was guns blazing. He was firing in all cylinders. Vintage Julius Malema is saying all things that looks like the deputy president in that EFF will be dissolved. And he further stated that whatever things that were reported to the deputy president's office will now directly be reported to the office of the president. And he's saying he is tired, or rather EFF is tired of being betrayed by people that they trusted. That's what CiC was saying. Point number 3, CiC said some influential members are quiet. People whom are having an influence on social media, people who are having a huge following on your Twitter accounts, Facebook and Instagram, they are quiet. They are not saying anything. And he's saying those guys actually, they themselves, they are taking a posture that says they are betrayers. They are quiet. And he says, if you want to live now. Don't waste time. What the CiC said, he says, the movement is under attack. And some leaders, some members who are in the top 6 are quiet. Silence means consent. And in this state, we are all assuming at this stage that he is referring to the People's Bay, Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. He has not really came forth and said anything since Floyd's departure. He has not defended the EFF. He's just quiet. So some members are quiet, and should they want to leave, let them leave now without wasting time. And then point number 4, CiC takes to the podium, addresses the EFF supporters, EFF members, EFF RETs, EFF structures. And he said, comrade, I owed you this explanation. He said, when Comrade Floyd called me and told me that he's resigning from the EFF, I was in Sishiro. And then what he said is that I called him and said, can I please come by your house? And he said, I did that not being arrogant, but quietly. And amongst many other questions that Julius Malema asked Floyd is that, Floyd, what did I do to you? What is it that I did to you that led you to take such a decision? I said to him, I'm accepting that decision, but tell me, what is it that I did so that I cannot do it to the next person? And what has been said that Floyd Shivambu, his response was, CiC, President, you did nothing. He says, fighters, I cannot come here and give you an answer. I was not given an answer. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Julius Malema came out and said in those firing, blazing sentiments. Vintage Julius Malema. He has responded to the allegations as to why Floyd Shivambu has left the organization. Leave your comment below. Tell us what is your take on what the president of the EFF said about Floyd Shivambu and other members of the EFF leaving the organization. And kindly do us this one favor, ladies and gentlemen, help this channel to grow. Like, subscribe, and comment, and share our page on all social media platforms. Shalom.